welcome. We got another edition of the Pendulum Podcast. I'm joined by, once again, is it Jack Rock or Jack Scott?
Jack Rock, J-A-C-R-O-C.
J-A-C-R-O-C. Jack
and
Rock.
And you can throw a dash in there.
Oh, okay.
A dash of what?
What? I'm going to say sugar.
Ha! You can't say that on live TV.
Why not?
Because you're full of shit.
Well, you're funny, man. What's up, Derek? He said, Derek14 says, what's up? He's new, I think. But I'm joined by Jack Rock, Zeb. So if you're watching at home, don't worry. Zeb's going to be here. He's just running a little late. He's got a little bit of baby trouble, so he's running some errands, making sure the baby's going to be okay,
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the baby. He's making sure the baby's got things it needs, So that's what's going on right now. He'll be here in a few minutes. But you said, Jack, before we got started, you had a topic in mind. Well, what is it? Go ahead, tell me.
It's something that just run across my little tiny computer up there.
All right, hit me with it.
Maybe, and I think the viewers would be interested in what we could come up on this with all the bull manure.
Let me get your mic like that.
With all the bull manure that you and I could come up with on it.
Okay.
And you listen to it, and maybe the public will see it in and see what they think about it.
Sounds good.
Here's the title to our subject today. And
Okay.
we'll see how far we can go with it with what our public signs in.
Sounds good.
They'll
They'll do whatever we say. Don't worry about them.
Yeah, hey, and y'all remember this now, at my age, I'm not held responsible for what I say.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree.
Because I
wholeheartedly.
don't remember.
That's
You
right.
telling me I said that.
I might just use that excuse myself.
And I can't hear. Hey. You ever heard old people say that?
A.
Hey. Hey.
A.
Hey.
B.
All right,
Topic. Hit me.
blessings and cursings.
Blessings and
Does
cursings.
that sound okay?
Yeah, I like it.
Blessings and cursings.
All right.
You want to tell you how
What
let's
made
get
you
started with that?
Tell me.
Don't turn a blessing into a cursing.
Okay.
You want me to give you a good example?
Please, I was just going to ask.
People that are talented, movie stars, turn their talent into singers. Everybody
Yeah.
with talents turn sports people.
Musicians, that kind of
you
thing.
can go right on people that are gifted and talented. Some people are talented, some people are gifted.
Right.
Like me, I'm gifted for shit. You know what I mean?
You're pretty gifted,
Butterbean
you're
on
on
fat,
TV.
no lean. You ever heard that one?
Put $1 million on fat, no lean.
You ever heard that one? Butterbean, all fat, no lean.
No, I've not. That's the first for me.
I grew up saying that.
Butterbean, all fat, no lean.
Yeah, just little rhyme things
Sure.
that they had back on it.
Sure.
And people would say them all day long. Yeah, little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a ton of them up there in that computer. And if you get all of them, you're going to pay me. I'm sick of doing this stuff for nothing,
For
man.
nothing? Well, that's what we do it for.
I am educating these people. All right, blessings and cursings.
Yes, tell us. Inform the people.
Give you a real good example of it, and is a lottery winning, let's say a big lottery.
All right.
Man, that thing can turn into. You've never heard a good story.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the outcome of a good story from a big lottery?
No, never.
Hey, they actually kill them. Family members kill these cats that win these. I'm going to inherit your money. You won't give me nothing. So, hey, like a drug dealer will kill you for your drugs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, blessings and cursings.
Okay, so you were telling, what's an example of someone turning a blessing into a cursing?
Well, let's just use one. Like, you talking about a person.
Yeah.
Do I know a person?
Yes.
That O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson. Okay. How'd he do that?
By turning all his fame and fortune into hate and lust. He let the hate and lust that came from all his wealth and talent, he let Satan get into his head and take all that. Now, if he had been in a ditch, digging a ditch all his life, instead of being wealthy from his talent, he would have never cut them two people's heads off out of whatever.
Right.
Now he weren't convicted, but I'm just saying.
Well, we all know he did it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
obvious.
The glove just didn't fit.
You know what? You know what that whole story taught me? If I was going to kill someone, I'd go buy a pair of gloves that don't fit right before. You know, wear those.
Here's what I learned helping old people out. Homeless, shut-ins.
Yeah.
You know what I learned from that? Picking these old people up.
What'd you learn? Tell me.
Picking them up, putting them in the bathtub, picking them up out of the bathtub, putting them back in the bed, picking them up out of the bed, putting them in a wheelchair, stuff by myself, because I've done it many a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I learned from that? If you're going to kill somebody, get them where you want them at before you kill them. Because a dead body's hard to handle, cuz.
Get them where you want them to be.
Get them.
First.
Hey, come on with me. Go ahead. Come on. Now, here's where I want to kill you. Don't be killing them where you got to drag them and put them in the trunk.
I would say, at least around here, a good place to go would be like wherever there's alligators. You know what I mean? Then you ain't got to. You don't even got to.
No, you got it all wrong. You living in the old days.
The old day. Okay.
Here's the modern days of getting rid of a body.
Okay.
You go rent you a limb shredder, like the tree company's got.
Yeah.
And you back it up to the river. Throw the body in there, and it chips it up, and the catfish got them.
Okay. Here's my question. Wouldn't there be guts and stuff caught up in the shredder? How do you get rid of that? You got to wash it? Can you wash it on the inside?
You carry a pressure washer with you.
So you
got to get rid of all the blood.
You get a wood chipper and a pressure washer.
Yeah, and some catfish.
So I don't want to kill anybody. You know, I'm a
It
follower.
happens.
Oh, sure.
Every minute of our lives,
Sure.
somebody's killing us. But we talking about what you supposed to do if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Save y'all a lot of trouble out there.
I think, how's it going, Jim from Florence? Jim says, OJ gave us the Kardashians. Unforgivable. I completely agree. Should we forgive him for that? He gave us the Kardashians. You know who the Kardashians are?
No.
Well, you're a lucky man. But anyway, I would say, so I don't want to kill anybody. I'm a Christian, but it happens. You know, people get hot. So basically what I got to do is, to the person I want to kill, I got to go to him and I got to say, hey, man, let's bury the hatchet. Come on, like meet me by the river. Meet me at this spot by the river, and he's going to show up and I'm going to be there with a wood chipper and a pressure washer. That's kind of how it's going to go down, right?
And here's another catch you didn't put in there.
Okay.
Make him get in the chipper, man. Hey, a dead body's hard to throw over in that tub.
So
make him get on in there.
All right,
before
well,
you shoot him.
Help me figure out the logistics of this a little bit. Do I have a gun? Do I have a knife, a axe or something? And I just say, hey, get on in there.
No, the best way to do it is if you're going to kill somebody and do all this stuff, just get a volunteer. You know, save a lot of trouble.
So someone who wants to be killed.
You got any idea, since we're talking about life and death,
sure.
You got any idea how many people commit suicide in the United States every year?
No, I don't.
If you looked it up, I'm saying between 50 and 60,000 a year.
A year. Okay.
In the United States. Worldwide, it's millions. Okay?
Right.
But you're talking about over 800 billion people, humans.
Okay.
And it takes 1,000 million to make a billion.
Yeah.
1,000 million to make a billion. That's a lot of human beings. And, okay, you got to get you one out of there that's going to volunteer to go ahead and get in the tub. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get mad with somebody. So save all that picking up and shooting, and then you ain't charged with murder. All you doing was accidentally hit this flip on the machine.
So, I don't think it matters at that point, but should they go in feet first or head first?
I think what you do,
Yeah.
if you don't like the person that you putting in that shredder, you put them in feet first, do the feet first, turn the shredder on, and then cut it off.
Ooh.
Let him lay there and suffer a little while,
Ooh.
you know.
Jack.
You know, and then move up. Turn it back on and move up to the knees till they call you sir. You know, we need some respect out of this thing.
Okay, so they've lost their feet. They're going up to the knees or down to the knees. And I say, they say, please stop, and I go, please stop what? And they go, please stop, sir.
Here, hey.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. But for me, I can hear. So they say, please stop, sir. What do I do then? Do I let them out or do I keep going?
You asked him how much he's got in the bank.
Ask him what?
How much deposit he has in.
Oh, in the bank.
In the bank. Now, that determines where I stop or not. You know, cash.
Oh, yeah.
You know, cash, you know what that does. It'll make the button go back on or stop it.
Right. So we got William Swallace. He's a cool account. I've seen a couple of his videos. He posts edits and stuff. Jack. He's been giving us some shout outs on Twitter, spreading the message. And he's saying, what's going on? It's wild. So, William, I want to say, he's taking care of some baby stuff, but he's going to be back. In the meantime, it's me and Jack shooting the shit, trying to figure out where we were going to talk about Liver King. We'll probably get to that when Zeb gets back, but it kind of spiraled into how to get away with murder. So, Jack, help me out here. Help me out.
Gifted and talented. Gifted and what?
Talented. Gifted and talented. It started with blessings and curses, and then it went to OJ and how OJ killed those people, and then how to get away with murder. So Tyrone has an interesting question, Jack. Tyrone here. Tyrone Jefferson says, what do you do if they're black?
I don't. What's the difference? If you don't like somebody enough to put them in a shredder.
Okay, so you have a very progressive view. I mean, you know, like they're both going to come out the other end the same color, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Red.
Yeah. That's right.
They'll
So
both be red.
Tyrone, there's your answer. It makes no difference. We're not prejudiced here on Pendulum Podcast. You know, if we don't like you, it's not because you're black, but you know, you're going in.
We got to make race out of everything. Oh, you know, I mean, the shredder. What color's the shredder gonna be? Is it gonna be yellow or black?
Probably yellow. It's gonna be.
Well,
it's gonna be red.
That would be a Chinese then. You Chinese are gonna get mad about that now.
Okay.
The old people used to call it not yellow, yeller. Always got to put a ER on it. Yeller.
Oh,
a yeller machine.
I've never seen the movie Old Yeller. Did they mean Old Yellow? But that's how they say Yeller, like, and because he was a lab.
You got a yellow streak down your back, boy.
Oh,
you know what that means?
You got whooped.
No.
Okay,
yellow streak down your back means you're a coward.
Oh, okay.
Old saying. Yeah.
Okay. Is that from like the Civil War days, I would presume, maybe? Maybe a little bit.
Man, you get into a lot of killing now, son. Oh, boy. Son, how many people lost their life in the Civil War, both sides?
I would say somewhere north of 13,000. Yeah, probably. What was it?
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
Lot of people.
I was telling Zeb, Zeb, whenever we get an opportunity, he talks about the Civil War, and I told him, because like I'm from North Carolina, which was part of the South during the Civil War, but my family is actually like, you go far back enough, they're actually from the Midwest, like Chicago, and my mom's side, they are from the Appalachian Mountains, but I don't know what they were doing in the Civil War because my grandma loves Lincoln. But Zeb always talks about the Civil War, and I told him, I was like, look, most people don't even think about it. That's more of a Southern thing. You know what I mean? Do you feel that way?
Brother fighting against brother. Sister fighting against sister.
The sisters were fighting too?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
fighting.
that. You're telling me they had ladies out on that battlefield?
Who they use for a nurse?
Well, probably the women, but I don't think, did the nurses fight? They I don't know, they set up the tents. Was the North like medical tents and the South medical tents like side by side, and they were like swearing at each other through the blinds and whatnot?
That's where the nurses was fighting.
That's what.
There you go. I knew you would come up with it. Hey, you can't put two heads together.
Right.
And not think you're going to come up with an answer.
Tell them what they want.
Tell them what they want to hear.
That's what they say.
Yeah, the nurses killing each other.
You heard it from Jack Rock. The North and South nurses, they were getting those buzz saws, or not buzz saw, like leg
skill
saws. Yeah,
Cut legs off.
They were throwing them at each other half the damn time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
throwing legs at each other.
So if you were in the Civil War, Jack, if you fought in the Civil War, you kind of look like you did, honestly, except for the shirt.
Hey, yeah, I'm bad, boy.
Ooh.
I'll scare myself.
Would you fight? I won't ask you if you fought for the North. You're from South Carolina. It's fair to say you probably would fight for the South.
I ain't going. I'm draft dodging. I'm going to stay home and take care of the girls.
Yeah.
Their husbands had to go to war to protect me like they should. And while they're gone, I'm going to be their wife's babysitter.
I like
Yeah.
the wife's
that's the
babysitter.
life, son. Turn the music on.
I like it. I was telling Zeb, if Israel and Iran got crazy and they started handing out draft letters, you're going to find my car at the bottom of a lake with a fat mannequin in it, because I'm going to be somewhere else, man.
Listen, didn't David do the same thing? King David in the scriptures. He started the war, but he ain't go to the front lines. He took the soldier's wife.
Took Bathsheba's husband.
And hey, they had a ball, cuz.
I can hear that.
Yeah, I like that. He had the jukebox going, son.
Here's the thing. Why did, if it were me and I had the prettiest woman in town, why would I put the bathtub on the roof or outside? You know what I mean?
You can't see through that, you big dummy. Why the bathtub was out there so King David could see her bathing.
Yeah?
That's what people do to tempt you. She knew what she was doing.
Oh.
She asked for it.
Bathsheba was like, hey, sweetheart, I'm going to put the tub outside. And he's like, what a good idea. Zeb was saying, I don't know if you can hear him back there, but Zeb was saying because it's hot water. So she was like, oh, hey, look at me, King.
She could have got hot water anywhere. Come on, man. Hey, don't you know if I got my eye on my next door's wife, I'm going to come out with no clothes on, and you know that I get her.
I bet it would. I bet it would. You babysitting.
You know that I get her if I come out with no clothes on bathing. Come on, man. Swimming at the pool with no clothes on. Hey, I'm going to knock out, son.
What pool you swimming at? They let you swim with no clothes on.
Oh, Lord.
Asking for a friend.
Bro.
Here, I'll let you take that.
I'm 15 minutes late, dude. and I tune into the show.
I know.
And
I was thinking about
all
you.
I hear is, we'll put him in the wood chipper feet first.
So
How did y'all get to that point?
I gotta give you the rundown. We gotta
I
tell
heard the
what he
rundown.
missed out
I
on.
heard the rundown.
We were blessings and
That's
cursings.
how we got there to the chipper helping the people out.
Yeah. How did OJ? How does someone like OJ? He's got a blessing. He's talented. Turn it into a curse. He killed those people. Untold money. And then he turns it into a curse by chopping those people's heads off. His wife's head off. Her buddy. I don't know.
It's in his nature, man. It's in his nature.
Now, let me ask you a question, Mr. Zeb.
Hold on.
What
You gotta
is
keep
up,
your mic
brother?
in front
The
of you.
head of the studio. Anybody needs any help with a studio, call Zeb. 2Y56233333. Did I get it right?
Close enough. Go for it.
We'll take. I didn't. What number is Wi-Fi? Is
don't
that what
know.
you said? Oh my goodness!
What that reminded me of was I had to present some figures to a bunch of people one time.
Okay. Yeah.
Important people. And I had a position of authority.
Right.
Can you believe that?
That was when you were running for mayor, Dylan.
Talented, gifted.
Yes.
Okay. So they were having this big argument over finances and big figures. Me being the person I was, I stood up and volunteered to straighten it out for them. I stood up and I read the figures out like I did Zeb's phone number. Maybe for 5 minutes, everybody's happy with what I presented. They clapped. And when I sat down, the fellow sitting next to me said, Jack, there's something wrong with you. I said, what you talking about? He said, there ain't no figures on that paper you're reading off of. Tell them what they want to hear.
Tell them what they want to hear. You hear that, Zeb? Zeb's off camera. He's making sure he looks all pretty. You know, he's got to fix
Gifted
his
and-
camera. Exactly. He's got to look pretty. You got to see his face.
Yeah, I'm serious, all right.
Y'all talk about Liver King yet, or we just?
No, we were just talking about killing people, which is a good tie-in to the Liver King.
Jack, show him your feet. Throw your feet up here.
All right.
He's barefooted right now.
He's not wearing a
Can't
shirt
do
either.
it. People are jealous of my feet, man.
They pay. So supposedly people pay good money for some
If
feet
you knew
pics.
how many rear ends that right foot being in.
Oh.
If you knew over my lifetime how many butts that thing, I kicked the fellow one time. It took the doctor 2 weeks to get my foot out of his rear end.
Oh my goodness.
You remember the monkey running up the guy's butt on
Sure.
what was the name of the show? Father, why art thou, or something? What?
Monkey run up
Jim
the guy.
Carrey on that. What was?
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah. You remember the monkey run up that guy's rear end?
I do.
Took a long time to get him out. Son.
Took him. I bet.
You remember the monkey?
Yeah, he ran up the guy, or he came out of the guy's butt.
Well, he had to go up in there first.
Well, that's true. Of course. Well, now you don't want to be on cameras. You don't want to associate
Jack,
with.
I was letting y'all go. So you know who the Liver King is? He looks like you, or you look like him, one or the other. I think you got about. He's like late 40s. You like late 80s. So you got a couple years on him.
Hey, it ain't funny, boy.
Oh,
You laugh at old people, it'll come back to haunt your butt.
Look, he wants to fight somebody. Liver King's up tossing out to Joe Rogan. He's been arrested. Now, Jack, you think you can take
What's
Liver
he
King?
doing threatening Joe Rogan?
He wants to fight somebody. I think he's having a little roid rage. He's got one of his pupils dilated, another one not, and he's all over the place.
That's nasty.
So his end is soon to come.
Is he what?
I mean, when you start messing with
Oh,
wealthy, rich, popular people, your end can soon come.
Mm-hmm.
Like chipper time.
maybe. Maybe. Let's take a look.
Chipper.
I don't know exactly what's going on. Let's take a look at this. It's 3 minutes.
Let's go ahead and head out to Austin, Texas, as we teased before that 2-minute
Okay,
break.
that's really
We're going to be
fast.
talking
Jack
about
can't
a
keep
social.
up with that. That's way too fast for Jack. Can you understand what they're saying? Can you hear?
I can barely understand what they're saying.
Social media influencer. His name is Brian Johnson, but he's better known online as the Liver King. He was arrested in Austin yesterday after posting threatening messages that were all directed towards the podcaster Joe Rogan. To help us explain a lot more about this story, we're going to go out live there to Texas to speak with Jenna King there with Fox 7. Jenna, this is a bizarre story that's now making headlines. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely a bizarre story. What we can tell you, like you mentioned, that 47-year-old influencer, Brian Johnson, or better known by his followers as the Liver King. He's known for his extreme diet and his so-called primal lifestyle. APD says that it became aware Johnson had made threats against Joe Rogan on Tuesday morning. The Instagram post also revealed Johnson was traveling to Austin while continuing to make...
Jack, you think you can do that? Just go around wearing your shorts and be naked in the sun and eat testicles and raw meat all day long?
I ain't got that much to prove, cuz.
I think statements according to AP.
I can do it dancing at the beach in the street.
Rogan told police he had never had an interaction with Johnson.
Tell me that don't look like you. Chat. Tell me Jack don't look like Liver King in about 50 years.
He doesn't have the same
in
color.
about 3 years, actually.
His color's different.
Yeah, Jack's been outside. He's at the beach too much.
Well, how? So, I was gonna say, why is like part of your beard brown and part white?
What do you think?
You know what I tell the women?
I don't know.
Lord.
I thought it was all the. What do you?
You know what I tell
you
the
tell
women?
the women?
Is that hair real? You know what I tell them?
What?
And don't think a lot of people, men also.
Okay.
You know-
you tell the men too.
Oh, they want to pull my hair out and all that kind of stuff. Got to feel it. and all
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I tell them?
What'd you tell them?
If you want to find out if it's real or not, then but one way you can find out, baby.
Get up real close. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah. Dirty old man.
I'm gonna kick both of y'all off the podcast.
I hate a dirty old man, son.
Oh my gosh.
We don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable.
I hate a beard.
Yeah, APD says it obtained an arrest warrant for Johnson on
you
a
hate
terroristic
his beard?
threat charge.
I hate a
Johnson was
beard.
found at the Four
You
Seasons
got a beard.
I know it. I hate it.
Why don't you shave it?
Shave
then?
it off.
I can't, man. That's my John Brown thing. You don't shave
That's
your
your
thing
burden.
off.
Known to
It's your burden to bear. You gotta.
Jack,
I bet if you shaved it off, your mouth would be white.
It would look like the road map of the United States.
Wrinkly.
Jack, you think you can get there?
No, that's a bad cat. That's,
Yeah.
and
I think
you
we
know-
can get you there.
you know
I can
how-
pump you full enough of horse steroids to get you
I
there.
can't do it, man. It's all fake.
followers
Wake up
as the
one,
liver.
one morning,
You gotta show him your legs, Zeb. The part of your leg is kind of messed
Very
up.
for his
veins?
promotion
Yeah.
of a
looks
supposedly
like that.
prehistoric diet. But now he's what one would call under arrest. Fitness influencer Brian Johnson was arrested by the Austin Police Department for making a terroristic threat, which is a misdemeanor, against podcaster Joe Rogan. In videos
Dude, he's
posted
gone downhill so fast, man. Like he was big for a little while, and then
It came out he was using roids.
well, yeah. I mean, you could have recovered off of that. I mean, everybody knew he was taking steroids, but or they should have. If they didn't, they're retarded. But some of these steroids they have side effects like tren, and it makes you paranoid. You don't even have to be on drugs on top of that, like whatever, coke or whatever, but it makes you paranoid, and I think it got to him, dude. He was taking too much.
We had, I don't know if you saw, your boy William Swallace was
Prior
in the
to
chat
the arrest,
saying, "What the
Johnson
hell's going
seemed to
on?"
know that this was
You gotta
coming.
play.
178
Well, let me
pounds
tell you
to
one reason I ain't
But I'm
gonna do
weighing
nothing
more
like
than
that.
you're
Or
black
drink, or
Why not just
smoke
for fun?
grass,
Fight
or
beer.
any kind of drug.
Johnson has made multiple.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm crazy enough sober.
You're crazy enough. You don't
Yeah.
need all that.
Can you imagine me drunk a half a pint before I come in here?
I cannot. You know, you
You
were
know
saying,
what would happen?
What would happen?
I whip your ass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Mr.
You'd have
Zeb,
to. I'd say meep. I'd run off. You'd have to catch me first.
yeah, I'll catch you.
You'll catch me.
Yes.
You probably could.
Yes.
I'm built for.
And I ain't scared of Zeb either, Mr. 260-pound, blowed up, roid hammerhead.
You know what you need to beat him in a fight? You know what you need to beat him in a fight? A needle. You just pop him. You know, it's all air. All those muscles. He doesn't go to the gym. It's all just fake
He
muscle.
blew up
Jack,
like,
Jack, I guess maybe we can shift this conversation a little bit. I don't know what y'all keep
let's
going
get it
on
off
about.
of Zeb's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Get it off of me.
Have you kept up with any of the stuff in New York with the New York City mayor? I want to get your opinion on this.
Kind of a tad. I tell you, with what's got the Democrat nomination there, whoever he is, a communist or whatever he is, I don't know what he is. Look like a Arab to me. But isn't that typical Yankee?
Well, I don't think he's American.
We were
but-
grew up. Let me tell y'all young guys what the old people taught us growing up, or me anyway.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Yankees are born with no heart and no soul and no brain at all. So that's what you're dealing with. A bunch of Yankees with no heart, no soul, and the modern day Yankee completely lives up to no brain.
You know, even though I was kind of trashing Zeb for being obsessed with the Civil War, the more I meet New Yorkers when I go to the more I meet them when I go to the beach, I kind of get where you're coming from.
Let me give you a good example. I went to the trash dump the other day. You with me now? I
yeah.
didn't have a body.
Okay, yeah.
I go to the
that's
trash
for the
dump,
that's for the river.
and the guy that's over the trash dump is over all trash dumps cover about 4,750 population, like where I live at. And while I was there, I asked the guy at the dump running the dump, I said, out of 4,752 population in your trash dump area, who is the biggest SOB that you can think of? In an area like I live in, everybody knows each other. So give me a name who the biggest SOB is in my district.
yeah.
He leaned back. He said, that ain't a hard answer, Mr. Jack, to come up with. I said, tell me who it is. He said, all Yankees. They just got to come out there. They can't just dump their trash. They got to come out there and start all kind of trouble. I said, where's that come from? Why would they do that? Why did they start trouble over throwing trash in a dumpster? He said that in the North, they were raised to believe that everybody in the South had no brains whatsoever. None whatsoever.
They think they're better than they.
Oh,
we
yeah,
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack's exactly right.
No, he's right. He's right.
Here at
I mean, you
Globo
think-
Gym,
but-
we're better than you, and we know it. That's the Yankee motto. I don't know if anybody's ever
Well,
watched
let me tell you
dodgeball.
what I
That's a
told-
line.
I met this Yankee.
I know.
Met this Yankee at North Myrtle Beach last weekend.
Okay.
Young, good-looking guy, son. I mean, he really looked good. Dark hair, dark beard, short beard, dress sharp. He and I got in a conversation about my looks, okay?
Yeah.
So he wants a picture, so we get in a conversation. And I asked him, I said, do you live down here? He said, yes. He said, I just moved down here. I said, well, you got to get used to this Southern hospitality now coming from New York. Because that's just something you ain't going to live with. I said, but I'm going to warn you of something about the South. The old saying is incest. The South was full of incest. So we had a conversation about incest, about some of my kin people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brother, mom and daddy being, brother and sister being the daddy, all that stuff.
Sure. Sure.
All right. Well, anyway, we got in this conversation about incest. And we were talking about the South, all this incest that went on back on it. People didn't have a way to travel. So they went with their kin people next door. You know what I'm saying? That's one reason they done it. But anyway, he said, well, let me give you a little secret that you don't know nothing about the North. I said, what is it, bud? He said, they had it up north, too. Never heard that before. I said, thank you, bud. Have a good day.
That's when you pulled out your tape recorder, and I was like, I knew it. Gotcha.
So they had incest up north, too.
Ronnie asked, how did Jack get the captain's chair? Well, I was late. I was late to the party. Me being late to the party, they went down a rabbit hole that's going to get me caught up in a RICO case. So we're not gonna go down that one again.
Hey,
they're over there conspiring.
You can accuse us of killing somebody, but we're not prejudiced. We're not racist.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan had to go before.
Probably specifically, Jack, I think it was you that actually threatened Joe Rogan. Maybe they need to put an ankle monitor on you.
He's got a good alibi, though. He was talking to some Yank who was confessing to incest.
Yeah. Now, did I say that? Ronald Reagan had to go before the House subcommittee when he was president about something that wasn't exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So he went, and every question they asked him, you know what he said? Did I say that?
Mm-hmm.
He said, it's getting here in my old age where I just can't remember saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I said that. No. So he weren't held responsible for doing and saying what he done.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already warned y'all. I ain't going to be responsible for killing nobody now. This
That's
is
good
what
to hear.
You got to collude before you conspire. You and I colluded and conspired. But we didn't do it. You know who done it?
Who done it?
The devil made me do it.
Oh.
Chad, if anybody's just now tuning in, this, I don't know, I guess this is just a thing we do on Friday where we let Jack just say things into the microphone. I guess Jack just figures he don't have much time left, so he's just gonna say what he's got to say, and that
Got to impart his wisdom.
Hey, if you mess with me much, you ain't gonna have much time left. How about that?
Let me, Jack, you ever heard of a name? Yeah, I know we throwing a lot of stuff at you. You ever heard of the name Dean Withers?
Is that what we're talking
The
about?
answer's no.
No.
Okay. I want to take a look at this real quick. Hold on. Meeny, money, mo.
Here and bully and berate me over something that I don't pen.
He was getting
So,
you know them vape pens people have. You know what I'm talking about? They're like little smoke pens go.
Yeah.
And it's little vape pens. Well,
Yeah.
he's got one of those, and he crashes out again on somebody. Hopefully, you can hear.
I
this
thought
thing.
this was AI.
Sorry that I have anxiety. Okay, and honestly, yeah, it is kind of the fault of people like you that want to come up here and bully and berate me over something that I don't do. Okay, so cut the shit. It's not a vape. All right, it's an anxiety pin, and God, the amount of times that I've asked you to respect me and respect my anxiety pin is, at this point, getting ridiculous, Cody. So please,
Justified crash out?
For the final, for the billionth time, will you please just respect the fact that it's not a vape?
Jack, this is
What do you think of that young lady?
I ain't understood a word he said.
What's it look like you're saying?
I see Trump wrote up there, and he looks like an upset Democrat.
That's exactly what
That's
it is.
pretty
Okay,
right.
So I hadn't heard a word. Start with his talking too fast.
Turn it up a little bit for Jack.
let me
He's
get you.
deaf. Jack has a hearing aid because he's old, but he don't wear it because
I forgot it.
he's ignorant.
I lost one and I forgot the other one.
That is an anxiety pen.
It's a goddamn anxiety
pen. Get it right.
What flavor is your vape?
Josh, is an anxiety pen worse than a vape?
Yeah. I mean, well, first off, what even is that? Like, I mean, if it
Was
walks
it
like
loaded
if
with,
it walks like a
Xanax?
duck and it talks like a duck,
He's smoking
you know?
Xanax over there.
You really
Come
got
on,
me.
get the fuck. Just
in for the-
All right.
Is
I
there-
just want to see that crash out.
Is there like anxiety pens? Are they even real? I thought it was just he's hitting a vape and calling it that.
I guess I don't know. He said it's not a vape, but I mean it's a vape. Witherspoon Wood Chip for 2021.
Keith says with it. That's funny. You're
Let me
funny
ask
man,
y'all.
Keith. You're a funny man.
Let me ask everybody out there in TV land and you two guys.
Hit us with it.
Why come you can't live your life and just don't do nothing that, like,
That messes with other people.
yeah, I mean, why come you can't just live and not kill people with a shredder?
Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. you
Well,
know?
okay.
Nah,
If you want an
I don't
actual
think so.
answer to that, Jack, here's the answer. We could, in a world of people like us, I think. But the problem is we don't live in that world. That's a fantasy land. It's a fantasy land to have a society solely populated with people of good character. And so as soon as you have one of not good character that isn't locked up in prison or put into an insane asylum or exiled from the situation, then everyone is inherently involved in this game of perpetual whatever you want to call it. So as soon as somebody wants to play that game, everybody is involved in the game. Does that make sense?
Who's the people that live out here in Pennsylvania?
Amish.
Amish. Is that a good example of what you're talking about, the Amish?
Yeah, it's a good
they
example.
live in their
Well,
own world.
They try to live in their own world.
Okay, but
You know,
one comes
the
along
Amish,
like,
the Amish is the reason that Trump got elected that Trump won Pennsylvania. Because the law was being imposed on them, and so they had to play the game, which was in this instance vote.
Did you ever see the show where that guy got tired of working and putting up with life, going to work and all that, and he had himself cloned?
Multiplicity.
And then the clone got tired of working and putting up with life. So he had himself cloned also. So, talking about the Amish now. All right. Wait a minute. Don't get me tickled. I'll lose my track of thought here.
Go on, preach.
So, okay. When the fourth clone come along, off of the original clone, human, do you remember what he was doing at the end of the show?
He was retarded. The premise is this guy, he's got a busy life, and he gets offered this experimental surgery that clones him, and to like divide up the work. But the clone gets tired of working, and he clones himself. But if you clone a clone, it degrades, you know? So the clones keep cloning themselves, so the last one's retarded.
So, that makes me think of the Amish out there living by herself, and you talking about one falls off the turnip truck every once in a while, had himself cloned, and then the clone, then the other clone, and the clone, and it messes up the whole thing. That the one that's doing flips on the bed when the show
Where are we
is.
going with this?
What you were talking about. One comes along and messes up the whole deal.
Oh,
So
Because, see, the Amish are trying to create the perfect, peaceful world that they live in. But here comes a clone. A guy going to clone himself, because I'm tired of going out there with that mule smelling that fart. You know, that one of the worst parts
I
about
don't know
plowing
where
a mule.
this story's going. I'm lost
yeah,
on
help
this
us
one.
out here.
Well, y'all just not into it. Y'all got
Is
to
this
grow.
what we want to hear?
You gotta make me want to get into it, Jack.
You got to grow up, boys. Mentally, you're
Dude, I'll tell
already
you-
there. Physically, really, both of you physically are overgrown. If you could get your brain to match your body, you would be where I'm at on this subject. And how I got there, I don't know. Did I say that?
Yeah.
I ain't said that, man. I don't even know how to almost got in there.
Crazy.
I didn't say it. I hope McClure.
Hope McClure.
I hope McClure. I didn't say it.
American Crusader says somebody's been watching Jeremy from the Quartering. Yeah, dude. Well, this is the same thing with Jeremy from the Quartering and Tim Pool. I thought about just being an article reader.
Who's Jeremy the Quartering? Oh, is that guy you were showing me?
Yeah,
that you want to
the
copy?
YouTube guy. Yeah, him and Tim Pool. Like, I don't think that content actually does that well anymore. But it's just an easy way to keep up with news. But
I don't watch that stuff. Tim Pool sucks.
Tim Pool does suck. I posted a clip of him yesterday, I think.
Here's where this guy's at.
Well, they're commies. They're commie grifters is the problem. They're commie.
Tim Pool?
Yeah.
I see one clip in a blue moon, and it's just like a baby brain take. You know.
Well, it's
what I mean?
because he doesn't actually believe the position. They're communists.
Oh, he's a grifter.
They're grifters. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't believe the position, so they can't defend themselves.
Blessings and cursings, turning blessings into cursings.
I call that one of them.
Be thinking about that, boys.
Dim fool, not Tim Pool. Yeah, he's they're article readers. It's just easy content. I thought about doing it, but I don't know. I ain't never taken the easy way. Jack, you ever taken the easy way out?
Have I?
Yeah.
I'm here, Arna. I kill me. Boy, son, thought we had a ball lately. You know where other people's at?
Where are other people at?
At work.
Oh, that's right. We're not.
Look at us. We chilling, cuz. The only thing we lacking is the juice. If we just have some juice. Boy, if we was three drinking guys, would we make a podcast or not? I hate being sober, don't you?
I've never
Being
been drunk in my
natural.
life.
You never been drunk before?
No, I don't
You
drink.
couldn't make me believe that.
Jay, right before we came on here, the Supreme Court ruled on the birthright citizenship law. We kind of talked about that real briefly. What do you think about that? I know you're a little bit old school, but what do you think about that?
These foreigners come over here and dump them babies.
Yeah.
They come over here for a vacation, get a visa for a vacation, and the old lady's pregnant, and she drops the young one while she's here, that makes it all. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you got to pick your dump up. Or they go into the shredder, cuz. I'm telling you, this young man that's over Homeland Security.
Oh, you know what?
Tom Homan.
That's a good idea. We build a wall and we say, you want to get in? There's a hole right there, but there's a shredder on it. You like
I'm
that?
gonna
kick y'all out the studio.
Hey,
I
what's wrong with giving people
I gotta
a
stay on
choice?
YouTube. I'm gonna mute both of y'all.
No, it's not because they're Mexican. It's just, like it could be you if you're just on the wrong side of the wall.
Oh,
you go
Okay,
in the
let me
shredder.
ask you a question
Ask
about
me.
immigration.
Okay.
You too.
Go
Big
for it.
Zeb. Here's the question.
Yeah.
Both of you guys are ICE. Okay, I'll take a job with ICE also.
Sure,
okay.
sure.
Us three guys, we're ICE.
Gotcha.
We show up at this house. We got an address. We got to show up and do some lockup, okay? Mm-hmm. There's a man and his wife, and he's got 3 beautiful daughters. Dad and mama's ugly now. They done got fat.
Okay.
Okay, you know they all get
They all
fat
gotta
and
go.
ugly.
I don't care.
All right, there's 3.
They all gotta go.
No, wait a minute.
All going.
Wait a minute.
I don't care.
There's 3 beautiful
I don't
daughters.
care.
Okay.
3 beautiful daughters.
Uh-huh.
Are we splitting the daughters up and lock mom and daddy up?
They
Fat?
all going.
Hey, they're all going in the van, even if the daughters get there a little later.
Well, what if one of them just happened to get missing?
You want to keep them?
What are
Till I
y'all
get-
on
till they
today,
get
man?
fat.
What are y'all on today?
I'm gonna keep me one of them till she gets fat. Yeah.
Well, it happens quick. Have you seen the
Yeah,
the
just
recent
give it-
AOC?
Just give it 10 months.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture of AOC's progression. That Washington D.C. life is catching up to her.
All them free dinners she gets. They're going. Can't.
Early June 14th, or you can vote on election day, June 24th.
I'll tell you what, man, and as something real. I mean, let's see if I can find her original election win video. Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna find her original election video win, and we can
know
kind
who
of compare.
we're talking about? Yeah.
What you gonna name the girl you care?
Oh,
That you
Lord.
care
Y'all
about?
calm down.
I'm gonna call mine SMA.
SMA?
Yeah.
SMA?
Yeah. What you gonna call yours that you take home? Now we ain't locking up no pretty John Brown aliens. I'm gonna have my
Yeah,
own
we are.
little,
They all getting locked up.
I'm gonna have my little prison. You know, all the pretty girls come to my prison. It's got a bar, you know, little grill, jukebox.
Go ahead.
What would I name mine?
Yeah, what would you name her?
I don't know. I like those kind of old school names like Millie or something. You know, sound like an old lady name.
You know what we're gonna call them as a group? Our three.
What's that?
The three amigos.
The multiplicity retard reminds me of Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah, we're gonna name them the three amigos, guys.
Y'all having a whole other podcast over there.
And we're gonna arrest them to vote till they get fat.
You're gonna bring SMA and I'm gonna bring Margaret with me or something like that.
Margaret, come on, man, you getting too American.
What's a
This is AOC back when she won her
Would sell this country for $1 if it meant lining his own pockets and
This wasn't even
greasing
that
the
long
palms of
ago.
his Wall Street.
how long ago was this?
How long
Yeah,
has
that
she
was
been in office?
that's less than a year ago.
Yeah,
August
August 19 of 24. Yeah, that's less than this is less than a year ago.
I mean,
Holy cow.
our job, in my view, is that we just had an election. We just had a primary election, and that election is sent clear sentiments about what the people of New York City are looking for. This race was very broad.
You think she'd parody Jack?
She
If
would go
she
in.
gains weight, she will lose her election. I think typically women that are attractive and lose their attraction eventually lose their election.
Looks counts.
They do.
why
if there's a privilege, it is attractive privilege.
Okay,
Oh,
why
yeah.
else would you and what'd you say your name is?
Josh.
Josh. Why else would you and Josh have me here if it weren't for looks?
You're damn right.
I mean, come on, man. I know y'all got a crush on me.
Eating my dude, I haven't even seen some of these videos.
Look at that.
I'm going to attempt to eat my body weight in testicles today.
He's two. He's 2'2".
He's 2'2"?
He's
that mean?
2'2".
He's too much.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, look. I mean,
You want to look like that guy, Zeb?
Why
I
not?
mean,
dude?
really, I wish I was built
Why
that
not?
good, but he's scabby looking. You know, a girl ain't wanting to look at her. I got to have a, you know.
What you think you look like, Jack?
This guy
You also got
needs-
50 years on him.
He looks like he needs to be scaled.
Progress and the testicle ticker below. And it
What is
starts
this?
like
I've never. Okay, I've seen some of his shorts where he eats testicles and liver and raw and stuff. I've never watched one of his videos, but this is funny.
Along the way, we're going to see how many people we can trick into eating.
Can that
What's the name of that thing that Kuru? You know what Kuru is?
I've heard of that.
It's a disease you get from eating human brains.
Oh, where your handshake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you eat too many
bull
cow
testicle.
testicles, you get some kind of brain infection.
You know what mountain oysters is?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain
You
oysters.
know what mountain oysters
Yeah.
is? What is it?
Some oyster in the mountain, right? Like in the rivers.
You big dummy. Boy, I hate on big dummy.
Is it?
Yeah. Huh?
Rocky Mountain oysters
Yeah.
or bull balls?
I did not know that.
So that we can increase
Yeah,
the total
most of it's
testosterone.
pig.
for
But
the
now you can
entire
eat 'em raw,
savage city
Jack.
of Houston.
Right there. You can do
I
that.
really don't
I'm
need
getting
if
my
that's
primal
real,
pregame
if
on
it's
with
not
the
AI.
best kind of shots.
I
Testicles.
really don't
It's
need
real.
I really don't need that kind of publicity.
You sure?
And don't
Nah.
That's how you got to. That's what you got to do to make it nowadays.
Nah.
Yeah, you can do it.
Nah.
I believe in you.
I'll eat that boiled egg.
I'm
I'll
going
be
for
on.
the most testicles ever eaten in one day.
How is this not like gay?
Let's get this fucking party started.
I don't really think I need the money or
You don't
fame.
think that?
Nah, that ain't my bag of tea.
I was gonna say, Zeb, you were talking about getting a disease from eating bull testicles. It makes you crazy. I think it kind of comes with the territory. I think whatever brings someone to do that, they've already got it.
What's these guys in the jungle called that eat their brothers and sisters and stuff? What are they called?
Haitians.
Cannibals.
Cannibals. Okay. Cannibals don't live over 21 years of age at tops. You know why? You can't,
Is that true?
You can't eat human cells. Humans can't eat human cells. They interact with each other.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it causes. Help me out.
So if you ate a person, you'd like slowly turn into them or something.
No.
Well, tell me what would happen. I'm uneducated here. You're a wise.
Well, to start with, you're going to poop him out. But,
right?
I mean, listen, boys. Why eat anyway? It's all going to turn to shit. You know, you're wasting your time.
That's what they used to. That's what, I had a guy in the Marine Corps who used to say that. I don't eat for my enjoyment. I eat for sustenance. He would eat the plainest stuff.
But if you eat other human cells, and those human cells to get into your cells, you know what it causes?
What's that?
A clone.
So, wait.
We was gonna call this nonsense.
Wait. If I ate other human cells and it made a clone, would it be a clone of the person I ate or me? Like if I ate another person, would it become them or would it become me?
It's
just two of
according
me.
to how much of that other person you ate.
So if I eat
So don't-
small portions of many different people, it'll be a clone of me.
So
Okay.
the
Fill me in
moral of
here.
the story is
Yeah.
when you get around a bunch of guys, don't be eating them.
I'm
Jack,
not in the Navy.
Jack, you ever
Do
been
you
arrested?
get it?
You ever been arrested?
Do you get
You
it?
didn't even hear my joke.
I heard it. Jack, you ever been
Don't
arrested?
be-
Zeb doesn't have a sense of humor. He doesn't laugh at anything.
Don't be eating other people. Josh, y'all guys out there don't be eating other people,
Okay.
especially guys.
You don't have to.
It ain't good for you.
Just aliens.
It ain't good for you.
We'll just be eating the aliens.
An alien?
Yeah.
If I ate an alien,
Yeah, what happened then?
it's going to where she's pretty or not. Now, she pretty. We'll work out a deal. Now, I ain't real bad for eating other human beings.
Good Lord. American Crusader in the comments said AOC like 3 different times. He can save her. Of course you can, man. You got to go for it.
No.
No, you can
No.
do it. It can be done.
Nope.
All she needs is a
The nasty
hook.
piglow thing is the example of how you are wrong about pretty women keeping their elected position.
pig loathing is an example of that.
I'm not sure what. I don't even know what that word is.
Pig loathing. It basically means, I think what he's getting at is when a woman gets fat, that's why they can't keep it, because people don't like fat women. They get the black vote, though. She'll maintain the black male vote.
Well, she's gonna get the black vote either way. Let's take a look at this. Jack, you ever been arrested?
Uh-uh.
You ain't never been behind bars, no nothing.
Never.
Ever close?
No. Wait a minute now.
Don't let me get you in trouble.
Wait a minute now. Close meaning.
Did the cop?
You ever almost get caught?
It's according to what close is, but ain't nobody caught me yet. They could catch me. I'm scared of myself now every day that I live.
Zeb, you got to remember, we started the show off with him giving advice on how to get away with murder. So he's clearly good at getting away with stuff.
Cover up.
Yeah. You ever rob a bank?
Yeah, but that's a good idea.
I think
I
so.
never thought
about what we need to do
I
anymore.
think so too.
Here's the catch to it. These tellers, they won't let them keep over $100 at each drawer. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so
I
the
guess.
profit
I
margin.
I haven't looked into robbing a bank yet.
Yeah, the profit margin ain't good there.
Okay.
No, I
It
don't.
ain't worth the risk.
I took a manhole one time in a city
Oh, okay.
that was close to the bank, and over a period of a year, I dug a tunnel up under the vault and took a cement drill and drilled me a hole up through the floor and went in there. And they had did away with that vault a long time ago.
Can somebody in chat
There's
keep
a
track
commode in there.
of
There's a commode in
just
there
the
now.
stories that Jack is telling that aren't true and are true, that you believe to be true or aren't? I think it's what's a 50-50, half truths. You about half?
I believe it.
Fight?
I believe everything I tell.
Just fucking invite me.
If you don't believe it, ask me.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he's obviously a big guy.
Someone who lies. I think it's a mental illness. Okay. I think lying when it's really obvious.
He's too.
You're lying about
Zeb,
much, but then
you wouldn't trade your body for that.
You think he's too big?
There's something too there. You know what? Do y'all get my drift?
Yeah, I mean, like if it was either being a fat tub of lard or that guy, I'd probably go with that guy. But you know, it's not the dream body.
Yeah, I mean,
not the dream face for sure.
There's something to me just don't look right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's freaky looking.
He's pumped up hormones. I mean,
he's got a big old nose too.
Hey, watch your mouth, son. My nickname Pinocchio.
Oh yeah.
Somebody was asking about that on Twitter. Jack said you said you're Scottish.
I don't know. Just because I'm a Scot don't mean I come from Scotland.
Yeah.
So you're Scottish genetically.
Yeah.
All right.
Austin, then he had to take it a little more serious.
We're gonna make Joe Rogan pay big charge.
My forefather.
Jack, you ever seen somebody's eyes look like that?
And I'm gonna make the other sleazy Derek.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
He's gonna be.
I see it right there. Oh man, just missed it.
Make Joe Rogan.
You see his eyes?
Look at that.
You see one's dilated and one ain't. You ever seen that before? What kind of stuff you think he's on with that one?
Somebody run into him and knocked his headlight out of line.
Look like you already got in a fight with Joe Rogan. Got kicked upside the head.
He's got a scar above that eye that's turned sideways.
Yeah.
Is that a scar over his brow?
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's left brain, you know. He's doing all the thinking on one side.
Yeah, something's wrong with him.
Well, that's your math side, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know nothing about that.
Is it? No, I think left brain is creative. Right brain is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Mine's smooth. Mine's smooth.
We'll ask the Amish girls.
Pay big charge. One of us, both of us. And I'm gonna make the other sleazy Derek. What's his name? And then he's gonna be a better man. And when he does, we'll be like, yeah, better man. That's his last name, Derek Betterman. And then the other guy, just forget about him. That's how you pay. Real tension, real fight, real.
Now he's got scars on his nose too.
Look,
you
at him
ever
real
seen that
close.
before?
He looks like that AOC with a beard. Don't he?
I don't know about that. That's a stretch. It looks like he's on like
she
bath
might
salts
be gaining
or
weight,
something,
but she
dude.
don't look that bad.
Look like he's on bath salts or something. You ever get like, well, you were in a homeless community for a little while. People just come up with with scabs all the time, scars on their face.
I
from
just had a
picking.
female leave my house with the whole side of her face scabs.
Yeah,
Drug addict.
from scratching.
Yep. While she's asleep, she's tearing her face.
Ooh.
Some people pull the hair out.
Did
you know that?
I did not know that.
You
I don't know
that,
much
Zeb?
about drug addicts.
Yeah. It's a nervous thing. But the drug addict, this girl that I seen yesterday, she had scratched a hole. And I asked her, did she have AIDS?
What'd she say?
She said, try it and see.
That ain't a try it and see. That ain't a try it and see situation.
Try it and see, cuz.
What's the worst situation you've seen out there in homeless land?
This girl yesterday, I'll use her for example. Bad example. Beautiful girl, smart, intelligent. Had 2 bottles of liquor, which would have amounted to a half a gallon if it was in one jug. 2 bottles.
Two quarts.
Okay, yeah, 2 quarts. And she had just did 2 shots in her vein of fentanyl.
Ooh.
She sat right there for breakfast and drank 1 of those bottles before she put it down. And it leads to murder. This same girl can kill somebody and it don't bother her one bit.
She's not on just alcohol. I mean, she's on some other stuff. I mean, it can't just be alcohol.
Anything you could name, she's on it. Beautiful girl, smart, intelligent.
How do people like that end up in that situation then?
You ever tried drugs?
No, not really.
So I've been told.
Yeah, but it can't be. Yeah, but it can't be that good.
Here's what she did.
It can,
Let me
man.
give you a good example. Okay.
It's got to be. There's got to be something else to it.
I'll tell you this real quick.
Go ahead.
I had surgery in 2020, and they gave me liquid opium. I didn't double dip or anything. I took
like Oxy or something.
Yeah, I took exactly what they told me to. Oh boy, that stuff was good, man. I didn't double dip. I swear to God.
You almost Jordan Peterson's yourself?
Yeah. Recommended dose, right hand to God in liquid form. It like lifted my spirits. Like I felt like good, like I was high on life. You know, it wasn't just like I don't know,
I'm floating through space and everything's purple.
Yeah, it wasn't like a good feeling physically. Like my perception was good, and that was what they gave me. So I can imagine them doing beyond that is probably.
This girl, when she shot that fentanyl in her arm, took her about 15, 20 minutes to find the vein. Arm all tore up.
It was all tore up, yeah.
She finally hits it. You know what she said? Lean back like that. That's some pitiful stuff out there. But you know what my answer to it is? Listen to me close. They chose their life like us 3 guys are sitting here now and chose our life. They did it because they wanted to. Nobody forced them to do it. And they're hunting a way out of taking care of life.
They don't want responsibilities.
No responsibilities, no light bills, no car payments, no looking out for kids, nothing. They have.
How you fix that then?
How do you fix it?
Yeah, put them all in a camp.
Exactly.
Round them all up.
Exactly. California.
Put ice on them. Send them off to a detention center.
That's the only thing you can do.
That's the only thing you can do.
Send them off. Yep. Get rid of them. Clean the streets up.
Where you send them to? Australia?
Iran. They skin them alive on the street.
I was going to say, put them in a cotton field and say that there's fent in the cotton. They just got to pick it, and we'll find it when they bring it back.
They'll
And they do it for
sniff
free.
the cotton.
They'd sniff it.
Yeah.
It's a good point, actually. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that.
There ain't nothing you can do to help them. Really, they don't want no help.
How much have you dealt with them recently, like the homeless people out there?
Yesterday.
What how much of a rise? Like, have you noticed? Like, I know that fentanyl is like this big thing now, and has been for maybe a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or however long. But has there been a noticeable rise in ODs due to fentanyl or?
Fentanyl, since Donald Trump took office, got sworn in. If you check the statistics on it, fentanyl has fell off. Y'all know how I love to tell the truth, so there ain't no use of me telling you a percentage. It ain't right. I want to go to heaven.
But you've
so
but
I
you've
ain't
noticed
lying.
it. But you've
But
noticed
it's been
it.
a big drop off. Yeah, it's harder to
The
get.
Chinese stopped sending it over here.
Not necessarily.
Where you think it comes from?
The border shut down. That dropped fentanyl deaths. We had in my little district that I live in, we've had 3 overdoses in the last 40-year-old guys. 3 overdoses out of here. But yeah, it's pitiful out there. And listen, I have spent a small fortune trying to help them. And if you get 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 1,000, it's like inviting people to go to church. You can go see 1,000 people at their home, and you might get 1 family out of 1,000 to start going to church because of your visit and what you've done to try to help them start coming to church. But here's the catch to it. There's a lot of people out there. We need a shredder. We need more shredders.
More shredder. All right, you heard it here,
Yeah.
Don. Donald
What if
Trump.
Hitler had a shredder?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Hey,
do it.
did I say that?
Who's Hitler?
Who's Mussolini?
Franco.
Good question.
Killers.
Let's find
Killers.
Killers. They had shredders.
they had something. Oh boy, y'all killing me today, son. Jack, how long you got there? You said something about you were getting tired because you're old or something.
Oh,
like that?
no. Y'all done got me hyped up here now. You done give me one of them fentanyls.
He was nodding off before we came on because he said he stayed up all night.
Yep.
You
Been at
stayed
the
up
beach.
all night doing what?
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
you been at the beach
Fell
dancing?
asleep, pulled up to the carport to go in and fell asleep and didn't wake up to
Jack,
Rodney called me.
Let me show you your next governor of South Carolina, and I want you to tell me what you think about this. Your next governor of South Carolina, right there, Jack.
Is that AOC?
It's Nancy Mace. It's about the same thing anyway.
Who is
Nancy Mace?
Yeah, the
Y'all know who Nancy Mace
Congress
is?
lady
Yeah,
out
Congress
of
lady.
Charleston.
Yeah.
She just won that seat.
I
She
mean,
just
fairly
won it in
recently,
the
like
last
a couple 3 years ago, something like that.
3 years. Yeah, she's outspoken.
Outspoken? Yeah.
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 Okay. I thought
Yeah,
I
she's
seen
something.
her cussing somebody out one day about
Yeah.
something. So, what do you think about Nancy Mace?
I think she needs to get out of politics. So we can just start there. She needs to get out of politics.
Like the other girl did.
Yeah,
that
like the
was
other one,
governor,
like all of them. Yeah.
What was her
Well,
name?
Nikki Haley's still
Nikki Haley.
kind of in politics. What is this?
For him, and he was just
that
loved
all
every
his?
song. That's when he told
Basically.
me that he wants me to write his whole album. It was just me and him essentially, and he was just like, "Yeah, in order for you to write this album, I feel like you need to get to know me better." And then he just starts telling me about his life while he's playing Last of Us.
I don't believe that. You telling me he wrote Kanye's album, his entire album?
Nah, I don't believe
Kanye's? No.
that. I don't believe it.
What else you want to talk? What else you want to talk about?
Cursings and blessings.
Oh, on top of the, we were talking about the.
You're funny.
We were talking about on top of the.
Funny like cat shit and honey.
Just like that.
Did I say that low enough? Or did
No,
I say
no,
that?
They heard you. They heard you. Funny.
I did not say that.
We're talking about the anchor baby ruling from Supreme Court. And you got Trump administration in temporary status, protected status for over 500,000 Haitian migrants.
Haitian, that don't sound good.
500,000. No, not good. It's not
It's
good.
not good.
Haitian don't sound good at all to me.
Haiti.
Jack, you know what? You know,
Well, it's a bad place.
Josh, tell Jack about Haiti. I don't know if he knows about Haiti.
So the French, they got slaves back in the day. And the French were coming over here too. And they landed on a place called Haiti. It's by the Dominican Republic. And I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but basically there was a slave revolt. That's where they practiced voodoo in Haiti. You know voodoo? And
The doll with the pins.
The doll with the pins. They did like
Acupuncture.
kinda. And they killed all the white people, started their own country, and it's
South Africa.
Soon to be, yeah. But Haiti's it's in the Caribbean kinda. And it's been not good ever since. They're not doing a good job at running the country. They're cannibals down there. Eating mud cookies. You ever hear that? Eating mud cookies? Because they don't know how to make food.
Well,
they don't know how to grow
farm,
it.
so they literally eat mud patties. You ever heard of sandlappers? That's what they used. They used to eat. They used to eat clay in South Carolina.
Where the tech center's at in Dillon, right?
Yep.
There used to be a big clay hole there.
Yep. But it still is beside it.
Used to be a big, and every morning that you come to town, there were blacks out there getting certain kind of clay out of that hole, out of the bank.
Yep.
So
I mean, it's probably a while ago. I mean, now they eat.
This is when I was a kid. Now,
not baking soda. What's the other one? Some kind of starch.
what kind of clay is it that they're hunting?
I don't know.
And what does it do?
Don't ask me. I look like I eat clay.
You look like a pot to me, a pot head.
No, I don't.
I'm teasing.
Oh boy. Jack, y'all got any questions for Jack? This is probably gonna be a fairly short stream today, especially since they want to go off on trying to get me caught up on a RICO charge. What's chat talking about? Talking about creepy Trump. She needs all the attention all the time. Yes, that is Nancy Mace. Man, they carried white babies impaled on spikes in Haiti revolt. Yeah, Haiti's revolution was brutal. It needs to be studied, and anybody that advocates any Haitians in America is ignorant and willfully advocating. I don't even know how to put it other than just
savagery,
just straight murderous savagery. Yeah. Same thing with, basically every sub-Saharan African country too. I mean, it's the same thing has happened to almost every country that's been colonized and then not allowed to, or not been propped up by the colonization, the host nation. Right. Same thing with it's happening in South America, South Africa. Haiti needs Eric Prince to take over. Yeah, dude. I don't know why. I mean, I see Eric Prince all over the place. I don't know why he hasn't been given a position to actually do something. Maybe see Fallout with Blackwater.
I like a man that laughs at his own jokes. Did you see that one? Thank you, sir.
Jack, I like a man that laughs at his own jokes.
Somebody asked how much. Who else is going to laugh if I don't?
I'm going to bet 10%. I'm going to wager 10%.
Everybody's scared to laugh at old people. They're scared to come back to hang them.
Uh-oh. We don't want that now.
Whoa.
Seems like we're all
I'm
tired.
getting tired, dude.
What the hell was that?
Yuck.
Go with the flamethrower and... Oh, Lordy.
Ain't nothing on
What
Twitter
are we
right now.
doing?
We're,
Yeah.
we're calmed down except for everybody's bashing on Ketanji Brown Jackson about, let's see. Let me read this to you, Jack. Let me see if I can get it pulled up. Didn't Eric Prince call for the recolonization of Africa? I don't know, but I would assume so. Jackson is the idiot. Yeah. I mean, it's quite literally a DEI hire. This is Ketanji Brown Jackson, which is a Supreme Court justice. First time I've seen the catchphrase, wait for it, in the SCOTUS ruling. What is she writing? A judicial dissent for an article for MSNBC? Basically, I mean, instead, to the majority, the power-hungry actors are, wait for it, the district courts. I don't even know what they're getting at. I read some of the other dissent.
Like, this is supposed to be her official reading, and she's like being punny. She's like, she put like, wait for it, you know, like she's being sarcastic in her official proceedings.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? Right?
Yeah.
If this is what you bring on the Supreme Court, you should completely fully expect that to happen.
Let me ask you guys a question. Is it too late for the United States to clean up all this scum? Are they too many of them?
Me and Josh disagree, I think.
Are they too many?
I mean, the answer is no.
Yeah, and I do agree with you on that.
But from a practical position,
the solution,
I don't think we have the will to do it.
Yes, the solutions are only becoming more and more difficult and drastic.
Can you compare the political problems and people in let's go ahead and say it, the Democrat Party? Is it compared to the United States government 30 years ago going to end the drug situation in the United States? And when they started that cleanup, it was too big to handle, and you can never clean it up now. Same situation with the
Well, I disagree with your assessment of the war on drugs. I mean, the CIA was funneling drugs into the country. They weren't actually fighting the drugs.
In other words, the CIA at that time was on the take?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I agree.
No, they were the take.
Okay.
They were, yeah, the CIA was basically,
the
drug trade.
I guess to get at your question, maybe at the heart of the actual question, I mean, there's all kind of numbers out there that say there are X amount of illegals here, X amount of legal immigrants here.
Iranians.
Yeah, this and that, which, you know, they just revoked 500,000 just Haitian immigrants that were legal here. It's like, anybody that gives you a number under 50 million is just delusional. Like Joe Biden,
Completely
just
agree.
in his one term, brought in 21 million. So you're looking at 21 million just in a 4-year period. We've been doing this since 65. Give me 100 million. We need 100 million plus deportations. Do you think it's possible to deport 100 million people?
We deported them here.
Well, they got here, some here, so they can got out. I guess the question is...
I'm talking about even before this happened, slavery.
Oh, the transit.
How many slaves were imported? Not deported, but imported.
That's a good question.
Many?
Probably not that many.
How
relatively
how
speaking.
long did the people in Africa sell their own people to the Europeans to ship them over here for sale. Mr. Know-It-All over there.
Well, 87% of the slave ships were Jewish owned.
87% of slaves did what?
Were Jewish owned. This is 12 million. That seems high to me.
For 300 years.
It still seems high.
Numbers might be fudged.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I mean, they
I
all say
got
12
a
million.
receipt at the house, and I can prove it, where one of my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's original landowner here from King George to whatever granted the land. 2,000 acres. I got all that.
Gotcha.
And he bought a slave girl in before Abraham Lincoln become president, 18-something. It's on the receipt for a slave girl. And you know how much my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather paid for that slave girl?
How much?
16 years of age. On that receipt, it says $1,650. How much money would that be today? Isn't that kind of high? 16-year-old slave girl now. $1,500 and I think it's $50 or $60.
$1,500.
$1,500 when?
Let's say 1827.
All right, let's type it in. 1,500 USD in 1827?
Yeah.
1827 to today. Let's make some guesses. What kind of guesses you make? 1827?
$1,500 in
to me is a lot
1827.
today. What if you had $1,500 $100 bills in your back pocket right now?
$1,500 $100 bills?
That's a lot of money, ain't it?
I've got some big pockets for sure.
So back then, that would have been would it be $500,000?
No.
Well,
It'd
Can't
be
be
in
that
the
high.
several hundred. It'd be in, I'd
You
say,
think
over
so?
100,000.
Do you think it's over
right?
100,000?
my
It'd
man,
have to be,
150?
right? Maybe.
somebody call
It'd
in.
have to be north of
Somebody
100.
out
Get the
there
answer
write
right now.
in and tell us.
What's the answer?
But I
Said-
thought to myself when I
says-
read that receipt.
Well, we were way off.
I thought I was around 50 grand. But
Okay.
purchasing power today is about $48,700. That's a lot of money.
Where
but
did
it
this
ain't-
cat get that kind of money to go buy us?
Who did that?
Huh?
Who? Your daddy?
No, I told you, my
Your great-great-granddaddy.
Way back on.
You got receipt for it?
Yeah. In my man cave on the table.
You get a refund?
Got a what?
A refund? You take it back and get your refund?
No, I want the girl. She had to be pretty for him to pay $1,500. Man, come on. I mean, you ain't even gonna pay that for one today, are you? Or have you?
I don't know.
Was she a slave
Yeah.
today? I might.
1,500?
Yeah.
That ain't that much money today.
It's a lot if you ain't got it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
How many people got $1,500?
Not really.
right
What's
now?
in that? I mean, you could get somebody. I mean, what's minimum wage? Like 30 grand a year, 25 grand a
Yeah,
year.
something like that.
Jim from Florence says the official name of Iran is the Islamic Republic of Iran. Boomers want to bomb them for being nuts, but are okay with them running our political office, my constitution. Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about the other day. Jack, we were talking about bombing people the other day, but now they're running now they're about to run New York. Should we allow them to run New York because the Constitution says? Well, it doesn't say that, but that they think that the Constitution says that they're allowed to run New York. Why should they run any American city when just yesterday we were trying to glass their entire region?
The only thing that you can do there, on a situation like this that you can't do nothing about. Are you with me?
Yeah.
It's the only thing you can go back spiritual. Jesus told us, don't worry about it. I got it right there. Everything's for a reason. We can't figure it out. And there's no cure for it. How you going to get them Democrats in New York to vote any other way?
Gun point.
Well, I mean, sadly, I think that's going to have to be the inevitability. It's going to come down to who is willing to actually do the thing, whatever the thing is, to enforce it, to make America America again.
Shredders.
That's innovative, Zeb. We like innovation.
Well, maybe instead of taking one, start building where you do, you could take three.
Yeah.
What's up with the shredders? I mean, we can throw. I mean,
there's no proof left. We're feeding catfish now at the river.
Did you prop the shredder up at the river?
Yeah, we're gonna back it up on the land in there.
That many people, there's gonna be more blood than water. Hot damn.
Help me out, Zeb.
Go for it.
Help me out.
With
the shredder.
I'm helping you. What you got? You know, I did tree work for a few months.
Really?
Yeah, before I went in the Marine Corps, I needed a job. I went and did tree work, and that's what I did. I worked the shredder for tree work.
How many do you get rid of while you work there?
Not 150 million, I can tell you that.
That took a lot of blades, wouldn't it?
Well, the way the shredder works, it's got these rotating, so the top one rotates inward and the bottom rotates inward, so it doesn't cut you up on the outside. It grabs you first, right? So when you put a stick in there, it grabs the stick and forces it through those blades. And so there's a crushing aspect, a pulling aspect, and then it shreds you. So
breaks it down.
Yeah, it breaks it down.
Bones.
Yep. I mean, we put full-fledged trees through that thing like this. Eat it up like it wasn't nothing.
Well, that's how they do the wood chips.
Yeah, that's
They'll
what I'm saying.
Put a whole tree.
Yeah.
I mean, they got big shredders and they got small shredders. So we need to check into that. Smaller people need smaller shredders.
I like that. That's probably true.
Yeah. And put them in feet first. Yeah.
I was asking him about it. You catch that part, Zeb? About going in feet first?
Yeah, I caught the feet
just
first.
do the feet and hold off for about 5 minutes. Make sure that, they know what we're doing.
Yeah. Y'all can, y'all want to keep going on? I'm gonna call this thing here in a second. Anything else you want to add to the people? We've been all over the place today.
Here's my last response to what we said original. Okay?
Okay.
Being serious for 1 second. Don't turn a blessing into a cursing.
I like it.
I like it too. We'll end it on that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been a Freaky Friday, if you will, and we've been all over the place today. But sorry I was late.
And I didn't say that.
Who did?
The devil made me do that.
Oh, Lord. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new here. We will catch you probably Monday, but we'll see. Pieces.